Hello, Tiger fans, and welcome to the Round 4 Raw preview show. And we're lucky enough to be joined today by senior coach Damien Hardwick ahead of the big clash at the G tonight against the Pies. Doesn't get any easier than this one, Dimmer.
No, it doesn't. They're a very good side. Obviously, haven't lost a game of footy for a long time. But it's a great challenge for our young group, and it's on an individual matchup point of view. There's some really good, exciting ones for us also.
Win, lose or draw, what is the main thing you'd like to see come out of tonight's game?
Well, we've gone in with a couple of focus areas. We want to match them for contested possession as much as we can, get our uncontested possession on the even ballpark and win our forward turnovers. So if we generally tick off those three over the course of the first three games, we've won those against St Kilda and broke even against Hawthorn. We keep ourselves in the ballpark. Although the scoreboard against Hawthorn was out of control, the KPI areas were relatively even. But our ball use inside 50 wasn't great last week.
Now, the Pies, we all know they've got a pretty disciplined game plan, pretty simple to read from outside. What have you focused on?
Yeah, probably the one thing they do well is most weeks they win contested possession in the tackle count. So we're going to try and rectify that tonight by trying to outdo them in those two areas. But I don't think they've lost a game for the last 2.5 years when they've won both those categories. So we'll be trying to outdo them in those areas. They're obviously very, very good at it. But if we feel we can win if we get those two things right.
Now, we brought in a seasoned campaigner with a big body, Brad Miller. Be good to see him getting a game.
Yeah, it is. Look, we've looked at the sides that are going relatively well this year, and probably a little bit with us as well. Generally, the sides that play three talls up forward.
Yeah.
And look, we toyed with Mitch Morton in that role, but it didn't quite work for us. So obviously, we brought in the bigger body in Brad, and look, he's just a competitive beast. I think his experience will help Jack out, take the pressure off him somewhat. But he's just a guy that, experience and leadership-wise, he's going to be very, very good for guys like Ty Vickery and younger players down there. So look, he'll provide a really good contest for us, and hopefully has a good result.
Yeah. Now, we saw last week some big boys up forward, Franklin and Roughhead, Asprey and Grimes. Tried hard, but they probably just got on top of them towards the end. So you brought in Will Thursfield this week. Did he play on one of those big fellas?
Yeah, we did. Look, obviously Will. Look, he was unlucky. I think he did his ankle with about 10 seconds to go in Coburg the week before. So he'll come in this week. Obviously they play Dawes, Cloak and Brown, and it won't be Jolly this week, but Wood.
Yeah.
So that Will come in and help. Once again strengthen that back end for us. But look, we thought Dylan, from a one-on-one perspective, did a really good job on Buddy. He got some goals over the back, which is they're tough to stop at the best of times. And Dave Asprey the same, only got outmarked once against two quality premiership players. So look, they're guys that have played under 20 games each. So we're really excited what they can bring to the table this early in their career. And we think they're going to be long-term players for us, which is great.
And what about the midfield? Probably been just up and down. Round one, then round two, pretty good against the Saints, and probably got done in there a little bit last week. So how are you seeing them so far?
Yeah, they've been probably reflective of how we played. First round one, obviously very, very disappointing. Round two, they came back, which was a good result. And last week they were, like you said, relatively inconsistent. When first quarter we didn't touch it, second and third we got our game up and going again as we did in the fourth. So scoreboard was even pretty much after quarter time, the same amount of scoring shots. So look, it's really important, especially for the way we're structured up, that our midfield has to play well for the ball to get going in our way, and then we can lock our defensive formation behind the ball and keep it in our half. So as much as we can, we've just got to win the clearances. Obviously, the last 2 weeks have been a lot better. Round one, not so good.
Now, the Hawks last week, people were disappointed with the result, but we probably are going to see that was a very young group. We're not going to be up there every week, so we've got to expect a little bit of inconsistency.
Yeah, we have. Look, we were disappointed probably with our intensity, I think, at the start of the game. I think they smashed us contested possession-wise early. And look, it's not often they kick 7-1, the Hawks.
Yeah.
I think they kicked 2-8 the week before against... so it's probably bound to turn around at some stage. But and then on the offset, I think we kicked 1 goal 5. So
and we've been pretty accurate.
Accurate prior to that, so it was about one of those games. But look, probably the thing that we took out of it, that we've had the highest amount of inside 50s against Hawthorn, and we turned over the ball more than any other side has against them as well. Yeah. So there were two positives from that. We just had to rectify a few things with our ball movement that we went away from. But once again, it was mainly the inexperience of the group. Our guys were probably playing wet weather footy when there was no reason to. They were just slogging it long. So once again, the experience will get better, and they'll learn how to rectify that.
coming into the season, always looked to be a reasonably tough draw. Teams that played in the finals last year. Do you think this will fast track the team a little bit and we'll see some benefits later in the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been exciting, although it has been challenging, like you said. It's been exciting. We've been in front in 2 of the 3 games at three-quarter time, so we've been in winning positions, which is a lot of people forget that. You know, we obviously had the disappointing game last week, but we could quite easily be 2-1, which is bloody disappointing when I think back on it. But I think, our guys, they've been really, really passionate about the way they're playing. Disappointed last week, but look, we had to rectify that this week and have a real crack.
Short memories in the media, isn't it?
Yeah, Richo.
We're in front at three-quarter time in the first 2 games. You have one bad one and we're copping it everywhere, but that's the way it goes. 3 new guys, the first 3 draft picks, Conker, Batchelor and Helbig. How have you seen their progress this year?
Yeah, they've been terrific. I think they're going to be really good players for us. Obviously, Batchelor looks like he's 25, just floats around the back line, uses the ball really well, and he's a competitive beast. He's done some really strong hits on some guys down that back end. And look, Reese is a guy that's going to find his way a little bit. He's got elite agility and elite speed, and he's actually he's probably rushing his disposal a little bit. We spoke about that during the week, that he's actually got more time than he thinks he has. And look, we'll put him through the midfield with this week, which will be exciting. We sort of wanted to get his defensive aspects right down back, so he's played there 3 weeks. He'll move through the midfield. And Brad Helbig's an exciting talent. Look, he's just a guy that he'll eventually go through the midfield also. But look, his tackle pressure, his in-your-face attitude is something that we love. And look, he's got an ability to kick a goal as well. So we think we found, recruiters have done a great job and brought 3 beauties to the club.
And Brad's reasonably hard at it for an 18-year-old. He doesn't flinch anything.
Yeah, I've had that word to him about, because I reckon there's a fair chance to get reported by his first year, which is probably not great. But look, he does have a crack, but that's what we love about him at Richmond. We want those guys that are really competitive and got that never say die attitude, which he has.
Any more youngsters that you expected to boo later this year at all? Yeah,
listen, Tommy Derricks has obviously got his first game back from a heel injury this week. So look, he's a guy that he probably would have played reasonably early if he didn't get injured. So look, he's exciting. He can mark. He's an agile ruckman, which the game is going to. So we're very much looking to see how he goes down at Coburg this week. And who else have we got? Oh, D. McDonald. Yeah, he's been a little bit. He's going to be a long-term project, but we think he's got some upside. He's elite speed, uncanny goal sense, and look, he's just one of those guys. He reminds me very much of a young Stephen Milne. So if we can get someone that can finally do that to us, do that to someone else instead of us, it'd be great.
Be pretty happy about that. You'd be happy if all the Tiger fans turn up at the G tonight. Yeah,
I think so. Look, it's exciting where our footy club is at the moment. We are young and developing. It's exciting to see these guys, play their career. I think our average age, or our average experience last week was 50 games on the dot, and Hawthorns was 120. So you can imagine when these guys play another 3 seasons together, the wheel will turn and we'll be well and truly up the ladder, which is great.
And you need about 100 games experience to play in a grand final traditionally, don't you? So it just shows everyone that we're not that far away.
No, that's right. You just got to persevere and keep playing the guys we think are going to take us there. Like you said earlier, there's going to be some ups and downs, but enjoy the ride along the way and keep supporting the Tigers.
Thanks, Dimmer, and we look forward to the game tonight at the G, and make sure you Tiger fans get there.